In the first part of input service distributor, we have discussed about what exactly input service distributor is. In that, we have considered an example where a firm is buying or requesting an IT company to develop a website to facilitate e-commerce business for them. The IT company issues a GST invoice, and in that invoice there was an ITC input tax credit of IGST of rupees 50,000 rupees. So we ended that video with a question that about how the head office input service distributor has to distribute the input tax credit available to the firm to its different branches and the head office. So we will be addressing that issue in this video on apportionment of input tax credit available with the input service distributor. So input service distributor has to apportion or distribute the ITC available by issuing input service distributor invoice, which is also called as ISD invoice. Let's see how the input service distributor is going to apportion the credit available to them in this video. In the first part, we have discussed about who is an input service distributor. So if you have not watched the video of the first part, I have provided a link above in the I suggested video section. So click on that link and watch the video and come back to this video. So I'll proceed further. If you remember the illustration, there I have given one GST invoice where the taxable value or the transaction value of that invoice is around 2.50 lakh. Out of that, the IGST component was around 50,000 rupees, right? So I said head office is getting the invoice, and since head office is getting the invoice and they are making the payment, and I also said head office will act as input service distributor. That means they have to issue ISD invoice, input service distributor invoice, to each of the branches, which is in Mangalore, Udupi and Kasaragod in my example. So 50,000 is a value. Now the question is how they have to distribute, how the head office has to distribute the input tax credit to the head office and then to each of the three branches. Imagine you and your friends have been to a Pizza Hut and you have ordered for a bigger size pizza. The person who are on the counter, they say it will cost around 300 rupees, and each of you have 5 of your friends have been to the Pizza Hut and each of you decided to make equal contribution. So 300 by 5, which will be sums around to around 60 rupees. So then you decide that since equally contribution is made by equally, each of your friend should get equal share on the pizza. So you will tell the person who is going to serve the pizza onto your table, you will tell him that you should make equal proportion. So each of us 5 members should get equal proportion in the pizza. So now he may apply a pie chart concept where 360 by 5, 360 is the degree, right, angle of the pizza entire. So 360 by 5, that will be summing around to that will be equal to around 72 degrees. So he will cut in that angle, okay? So he will give it to you. So here everybody will be happy because everyone made equal contribution and everyone is getting equal share in the pizza. So similarly, now the question is about the company. Input tax credit is available to the company, right? So there are 4 components in the company: the head office and the 3 branches, Mangalore branch, Udupi branch and the Kasaragod branch. So each of them should get equal share based on their contribution. Now what can be what measure or what metric you can say that measures the contribution made by each of the businesses, the head office and their and its branches, to the company, to the firm, right? So maybe you can use profit or you can use sales. So generally when it comes to GST, we use aggregate turnover. The turnover of each of the units, the head office and the branches, is taken as the criteria to distribute input tax credit. So what head office does, input service distributor, they will take the input tax credit amount. In my example case, it was around 50,000. So based on the turnover made by the head office and the branches, 3 branches, proportionate to that, the input tax credit will be distributed to each of the branches. For example, again for example's sake, each of the units, the head office and the different 3 branches, they have made equal turnover. So it will be 1 by 4, right? That means 25% should go from the input tax credit, 25%, 1/4 should go to each of the branches. So 50,000 is the amount. From 50,000, 1/4, that will be equal to around 12,500. 12,500 should go to head office. Head office will get 12,500. Then comes Mangalore branch, it will get 12,500. Udupi branch, 12,500. Similarly, the last one, Kasaragod branch, will get 12,500. So this is shared on the basis of the turnover which is made by each of the business units. So similarly, in this case, IST distribution case, the apportionment is made based on the aggregate turnover value. In proportionate to the aggregate turnover value, we have to distribute input tax credit to each of the business units. So in the next video, we will be discussing this concept through an illustration. So if you like the video, please give a thumbs up, click on the thumbs up button, and you can share the video with your friends and the classmates. If you have not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel and press bell icon to get continuous notification